So next week could be a very, very contentious week, potentially even Wednesday, for there has been some speculation and even confirmation of a meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin on trying to see if there can be another quote-unquote ceasefire. Now, it's not been confirmed where the location would be. There were speculations from Putin that it could be in the UAE. Meanwhile, there's also been other speculations it could be China. But it would seem that Trump's certainly under the impression it will be happening next week, Wednesday. For some of the negotiation positions have not particularly substantially changed since the last 3 years. Despite the flurry and diplomacy of multiple rounds of peace talks, Russia and Ukraine appeared to be no closer to agreeing an end to the fighting. As many of you would have really remembered of the slashing between Zelensky at the White House last year, or even earlier this year, beg your pardon, not really much was agreed upon. Mr. Putin has already and consistently rejected calls by the United States, Ukraine, and Europe for an immediate ceasefire. Relatively, I think Russia's position still holds as it has done in the last 10 years, even more, that Ukraine is not to join NATO. Kyiv wants an immediate ceasefire and has said will never recognise a Russian control over its sovereignty territory, though it acknowledged it would have to try and secure and return of land captured by Russia through diplomacy, not on the battlefield. Russia has also said part of the negotiation table is that they should claim back some of the alleged annexed land which Ukraine have taken over parts of Russia. Kyiv is also seeking security guarantees from Western backers, including the deployment of foreign troops as peacekeeping contingencies to enforce a ceasefire. Talks in June, if many of you are not aware, Russia demanded Ukraine pulls its forces out of the 4 region of Moscow. This is specifically the areas that we're talking about that allegedly were annexed, demanded Ukraine commit to being a neutral state, shun Western military support, and, as I quote, excluded from joining NATO. Nothing's particularly been agreed the last 3 years. I'll be very much interested to see what angle of approach negotiations will happen. As we do know, a few months back there was meant to be an alleged ceasefire from the Russian side. However, not long after, more offense continued. The Kremlin last month did not rule out such a meeting still regarding Ukraine's allies and NATO members like Finland, where Mr. Putin and Trump met for the summit in 2018, are seen as unlikely candidates to be backers during this meeting. I don't know what you guys think, but I think we certainly need to... Wouldn't it be amazing, at least for something this year? It's been a crazy year already. Wouldn't it be amazing to finally put this to an end? But as we all know, I can't believe I'm saying this. This will be the easy part. Maintaining some form of ceasefire and compliance from both sides. I think that's a whole other conversation entirely. But I shall keep you up to date for any more information that comes out regarding next week.